Imagine stepping inside a house on a blazing 120-degree day. The air outside is hot, dry, and almost unbearable. But when you open the door to this home, it feels surprisingly cool. There's no air conditioning, no ceiling fan spinning, and no modern appliances running. Yet the room is calm, breezy, and comfortable. This isn't a dream, this is a real way of life, one that's been used for generations by the Amish. The Amish live without electricity, they don't have central air, smart thermostats, or big cooling systems. Still, their homes stay up to 40 degrees cooler than the temperature outside. How do they do it? In this video, we're going to explore the genius summer hacks the Amish use to beat the heat. These methods are natural, budget-friendly, and incredibly effective. You can use many of these in your own home, no matter where you live or what your lifestyle is. Ready to cool down like the Amish do? Let's get started. Closing curtains early in the day. One of the simplest tricks Amish families use is closing their curtains before the sun gets too high. In the early morning, they walk around the house and pull the curtains shut, especially on the east and south-facing windows. This helps block the strongest sun rays from heating up the house in the first place. Once sunlight pours in, it starts warming up the air and surfaces inside. By keeping it out early, the inside temperature stays lower throughout the day. These aren't just thin curtains either. The Amish often use thick fabric made from cotton or wool. Some even sew layers together, making heavy drapes that can stop sunlight completely. It's like giving your windows sunglasses, except these actually stop the heat from entering. This one small habit, closing curtains before the sun is strong, can keep a room 10 to 15 degrees cooler. It doesn't cost anything. Just a little attention and daily rhythm make a big difference. Cross ventilation through opposite windows. When the sun goes down or the air cools off in the evening, Amish families open windows on both sides of the house. This creates a path for air to move across the home. It's called cross ventilation. Imagine wind coming in from one window and flowing out the one directly across the room. That breeze pulls out the hot, stale air and brings in cooler, fresh air. It's like a natural fan without using any electricity. Homes are often built with this airflow in mind, placing windows across from each other, especially in main living areas and bedrooms. In the early morning or late evening, when the air outside is cooler, this trick helps bring down the indoor temperature. The Amish time it just right, opening the house when it's cool and shutting it back down before the heat creeps in again. It's a rhythm that works with nature, not against it. Some families even use lightweight interior doors or vented transom windows above doors that help airflow continue from room to room. Curtains may be pulled aside to reduce blockage, and doors are propped open to create an uninterrupted path for air movement. If there's even a slight breeze, the effects can be immediate. Within minutes, the air feels fresher, cooler, and more breathable. During heat waves, some Amish families will even dampen curtains slightly to create a soft, evaporative cooling effect as air passes through. Cross ventilation is a time-tested strategy that requires nothing more than awareness, timing, and thoughtful home design. It's yet another example of how the Amish use smart, passive techniques to stay cool without relying on modern appliances or energy consumption. Summer kitchens keep the main house cool. In hot months, many Amish families avoid cooking inside the main house. Instead, they use a summer kitchen, a small separate building near the home. It could be a shed, a covered outdoor space, or even a screened-in porch with a stove. Here, they do all their baking, canning, and meal prep. Why? Because cooking creates heat. A hot oven or wood-burning stove can make a kitchen feel like a furnace, and that heat spreads through the entire house. By keeping the cooking outside, they keep the living areas cooler. Even boiling water or baking bread is moved outdoors in the summer. It's a habit that saves the home from getting stuffy or overheated. After cooking, meals are carried inside and the house stays comfortable. These summer kitchens are often simple, with minimal furnishings, just the essentials like a table, stove, and shelves. Some have open walls or screened windows to allow airflow while keeping bugs out. Others are shaded by trees or located on the breezy side of the house for maximum cooling. In addition to meals, summer kitchens are commonly used for large batch canning during harvest season. Boiling jars and simmering pots would make a house unbearably hot, so the Amish wisely shift these tasks to their detached kitchens. Families may also dine outside or in the summer kitchen itself, enjoying the breeze and natural surroundings. This tradition is not just practical, it's also a way of life that brings people closer to nature, keeps homes cooler, and makes the most of long summer days without modern air conditioning. It's a beautiful blend of simplicity, efficiency, and seasonal wisdom. Thick stone or brick walls keep heat out. Many Amish homes are made with thick materials, like stone, brick, or even heavy wood planks. These solid walls act like a shield. They don't heat up as fast as thin modern walls, and they hold on to the cool for a long time. Think of it like a thermos. In the morning, when it's cool outside, the home soaks in that low temperature. As the day heats up, the walls resist letting in the sun's warmth. Even in 100-degree weather, the inside of a brick or stone house can feel surprisingly calm and comfortable. In modern homes, thin drywall and metal siding can heat up fast. But with older-style thick walls, especially when shaded, the inside temperature stays much more stable. The Amish have long understood the value of thermal mass, using the earth and dense materials to their advantage. These homes aren't just built to last, they're built to regulate temperature naturally. Windows in Amish homes are also often strategically placed. They're opened in the early morning and late evening to let cool air flow through the house and closed during the hottest hours to trap that coolness inside. Heavy wooden shutters or thick curtains may be used to block out sunlight during the afternoon, further protecting the interior from heat gain. Additionally, many Amish homes are built with deep overhangs, wraparound porches, and large eaves, all of which help shade the walls from direct sunlight. Combined with thick building materials, these design choices work together to create a living space that stays comfortable without the need for artificial cooling systems. It's a smart blend of architecture, tradition, and nature that continues to prove its worth in a modern, heat-challenged world. Whitewashed roofs and light-colored paint. The Amish often paint their homes in light colors, especially white. They also whitewash their barns, fences, and even metal roofs. This isn't just for appearance, it's smart science. Light colors reflect sunlight, while dark colors absorb it. A white or light gray roof can stay up to 50 degrees cooler than a black or dark-colored one. That means less heat gets pulled into the house through the attic or ceiling. Whitewashing a roof with lime or light paint is simple and cheap, but it makes a powerful difference in overall home temperature. It's a traditional method that doesn't require fancy materials, just lime, water, and a brush. The Amish often refresh their whitewash every year or two to maintain its effectiveness. Tree placement for shade and wind flow. Amish families think carefully about where they plant trees. They grow tall, leafy trees on the west and south sides of the house. These trees provide natural shade when the afternoon sun is at its hottest. Trees also cool the air around them. As water evaporates from their leaves, the air underneath becomes fresher and more comfortable. It's like having a living air conditioner right outside your window. They also avoid planting trees where they might block cross breezes. That way, they get both shade and airflow, two powerful tools for staying cool. In many Amish communities, the layout of the property is designed with the sun in mind. Deciduous trees like maples, oaks, or elms are popular because they provide dense summer shade but lose their leaves in the winter, allowing sunlight to warm the home during colder months. This makes them perfect for long-term comfort in changing seasons. Shrubs and smaller trees may also be planted near windows, porches, and outdoor workspaces to block direct sun without obstructing views or airflow. Grapevines, for instance, are sometimes grown on trellises near summer kitchens or porches, creating shaded areas where families can cook, eat, or relax without overheating. These plantings also contribute to the family's food supply. Fruit trees and nut trees often double as shade providers, giving both cooling benefits and a harvest to enjoy. This thoughtful use of land shows how the Amish blend function, beauty, and sustainability, using nature to cool their homes, support their lifestyle, and maintain comfort without relying on electricity or air conditioning. Sleeping in the basement or lower floors. When nights are hot and sticky, some Amish families sleep in the basement or lower levels of their home. Heat rises, so the upstairs bedrooms can feel stuffy, but down below, the air stays cooler and easier to breathe. Basements are often made of stone or concrete, and they're surrounded by earth. That keeps the temperature stable, usually between 55 to 65 degrees. It's the perfect spot for cooling off during a heat wave. Thick walls and limited exposure to sunlight help maintain that naturally cool environment, even when temperatures outside are sweltering. In many Amish homes, these lower levels serve dual purposes, sometimes used for food storage or laundry during the day, and then converted into sleeping quarters at night during the summer months. Mattresses or simple sleeping mats may be laid out on the cool floor for comfort. If there's no basement, some families set up sleeping areas in the coolest downstairs room and leave windows open during the night. They may also place wet cloths near the windows or hang damp sheets to encourage evaporative cooling. With no air conditioning, these age-old techniques offer much-needed relief from the summer heat, helping families get restful sleep without relying on modern appliances. Using wet cloths for body cooling. When it gets really hot, the Amish use simple wet cloths to cool themselves. They dip small towels or handkerchiefs into cold well water and place them on their necks, foreheads, or wrists. As the water evaporates, it draws heat away from the body. Sometimes these cloths are worn under hats or bonnets to keep the head cool. Kids often play with buckets of cold water, dipping their feet in or soaking their shirts to cool off. It's quick, easy, and it works. No need for high-tech gadgets when you have water, cloth, and common sense. In fact, many Amish families keep a small basin of cool water by the door or in the kitchen during the hottest months, so it's always available for a refreshing splash. Some even add mint or herbs to the water for a natural cooling effect and pleasant scent. This method is also used at bedtime. Placing a damp cloth near a breeze or an open window helps people sleep more comfortably through warm nights. When working outdoors in the fields or garden, Amish men may carry a wet rag in their pockets or around their necks, re-wetting it as needed. These timeless techniques show that staying cool doesn't require electricity, just a bit of creativity and nature. Hanging wet sheets in the doorways. Here's a trick you might never have heard before. Hanging damp sheets in doorways or windows. The Amish do this on especially hot days. They take a large cotton sheet, soak it in cold water, wring it out, and hang it across a doorway or window where air flows. As wind passes through the damp cloth, it cools down. The air feels fresher, almost like a soft air conditioner. It might seem old-fashioned, but it works surprisingly well, especially in dry, hot climates. The process is a form of evaporative cooling, a natural method that doesn't require electricity or machinery. As the water evaporates from the sheet, it absorbs heat from the air, lowering the temperature of the breeze that flows through. In some Amish homes, multiple damp cloths or sheets may be used around the house, especially near sitting areas or bedrooms. Some families even add a few drops of peppermint or lavender oil to the water, which not only cools the air, but also leaves a refreshing scent that makes the space feel cleaner and calmer. This method is often used during the hottest weeks of summer, particularly when there's no breeze strong enough to provide comfort on its own. By placing the sheets strategically in cross-ventilated spaces, like between two open windows or near a porch, the Amish maximize airflow and cool the entire room more effectively. The simplicity of this method is what makes it so brilliant. There's no need for fans, filters, or freon, just fabric, water, and wind. It's a sustainable, chemical-free solution that can be used again and again. In fact, this old-world cooling hack is beginning to gain popularity outside Amish communities as more people look for eco-friendly ways to beat the heat without running up their energy bills. Metal roofs that reflect the sun. Many Amish barns and homes have shiny, light-colored metal roofs. These roofs don't absorb heat the way asphalt shingles do. Instead, they reflect the sunlight away from the house. A reflective metal roof can reduce indoor temperatures by 10 to 15 degrees, especially in attic spaces. That helps the whole home stay cooler. It's just another example of how their building choices are practical, not just pretty. In addition to reflecting heat, metal roofs are also extremely durable and long-lasting, which aligns with the Amish value of building for longevity and efficiency. These roofs often require less maintenance and provide better insulation when paired with proper attic ventilation. The Amish may coat metal roofs with lime-based whitewash or specialized reflective paint to improve their cooling efficiency. This not only protects the roof from weathering, but enhances its ability to repel heat during summer months. In many cases, the roof's slope is also designed to minimize direct sun exposure on the hottest side of the house. By combining reflective surfaces with smart orientation and natural shading from trees or overhangs, Amish homes stay significantly cooler than modern ones that rely heavily on synthetic insulation and air conditioning. Overall, their roofing choices are a key part of a larger passive cooling system, one that works with nature, not against it, limiting indoor activity during peak heat. Amish families plan their day to avoid heavy work during the hottest hours. Big chores like baking, laundry, and gardening are done early in the morning or late in the evening. By getting up with the sunrise, they take advantage of the cooler morning air to handle labor-intensive tasks when it's most comfortable. From noon to 4 p.m., when the sun is strongest, they take it easy. People sit in the shade, work on light indoor tasks, or rest. This schedule not only keeps them cool, but it also helps avoid heat exhaustion and tiredness. You'll often see family members on the porch during these hours, mending clothes, shelling peas, or reading quietly. Children might do small crafts or puzzles, and older members may write letters or work on hand-sewn quilts. This practical schedule helps maintain energy throughout the day. Instead of pushing through the heat, they allow their bodies to follow a natural rhythm that's been used for generations. Livestock care, crop harvesting, and fieldwork are paused during peak heat and resumed in the late afternoon or early evening when the air begins to cool. Working with the sun's rhythm is an old trick, but a smart one. It reduces stress on the body and helps families stay productive without overexerting themselves. It also promotes a more balanced lifestyle, something the Amish value deeply. Even without modern air conditioning or fans, they've learned how to stay in tune with nature to manage the climate around them. It's not just about staying cool, it's about living wisely, conserving energy, and respecting the limits of their environment. In many ways, it's a lesson in sustainability and self-awareness that anyone can learn from, especially in today's heat-prone world. No electricity means no extra heat. It might sound strange, but not using electricity actually helps keep Amish homes cooler. Most appliances, even when running quietly, give off heat. Think about fridges, computers, TVs, lights, and ovens. All of these warm up the room little by little. Since the Amish don't rely on electric devices, their homes don't collect this hidden heat. Without buzzing machines and hot appliances, the space stays calmer and cooler naturally. Lights, in particular, generate surprising amounts of warmth when left on for hours, and electronics like TVs and laptops produce heat even in standby mode. By not using electricity, Amish homes avoid this constant background warming. Instead, they rely on natural daylight through strategically placed windows and open spaces, which reduce the need for artificial lighting. Meals are often prepared using wood stoves or gas-powered cooking tools. And during extreme heat, many families shift cooking to the early morning or move it outdoors entirely. Even refrigeration is done without electricity. Many Amish use ice boxes or propane-powered fridges, which produce far less heat than conventional electric ones. The result is a home environment that stays cooler without artificial intervention. It's a subtle yet powerful way the Amish maintain comfort during the hottest months while living simply and sustainably. Living with the weather, not against it. Perhaps the biggest secret of all is how the Amish accept the weather instead of fighting it. They live in harmony with nature. When it's hot, they slow down. They drink more water, wear light cotton clothes, and take more breaks. They don't try to force their homes to feel like winter. They let summer be summer, but still stay safe and comfortable. It's a different mindset, and in that way, it's the most genius hack of all. And there you have it. Simple Amish tricks that can cool your home by up to 40 degrees, even in extreme heat. No machines, no electricity, just smart design, natural cooling, and timeless wisdom passed down through generations. If this helped you beat the heat, like the video to support more practical tips. Subscribe for more old-fashioned solutions that still work today, and share it with someone who's tired of sweating all summer long. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smartest answers aren't new, they're just forgotten.